Hi there, I'm Mark with Mark's Tutoring. Today we're going to go over exponentiating to zeros and to negative numbers. So let's start with traditional exponents. Let's do 2 to the third power. So 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and we get 8. Let's do 2 to the second power. I'm going to converge on 1. 2 times 2 is equal to 4, or 8 divided by 2. 2 to the first power is just 2 by itself, which is equal to 2, or 4 divided by 2. And then 2 to the 0 power. Doesn't make much sense, right? Multiply 2 times itself 0 times. But it's actually equal to 1. It would be 2 divided by itself, which is equal to 1. And you could take any number to the 0 power, and it's going to be 2. You could take 999,999 to the 0 power, that's equal to 1. You could take negative 5, in parentheses of course, that's equal to 1. You could take a decimal number, 2.2 to the 0 power, that's also equal to 1. You could even take an irrational number, pi to the 0 power is equal to 1. Because we use the division rules. Pi to the 1 equals pi to the 1 minus 1, which is equal to pi to the 0, which is also equal to 1, because pi divided by pi is going to be equal to 1. And so anything to the 0 power is going to be 1, except for the one special case of 0 to the 0 power, that's going to be equal to 0. But everything else besides 0, every non-zero number, even irrational numbers to the 0 power, they're going to be equal to 1. Next we're going to do negative exponents. So what if we have 3 to the negative third power? We want to convert this to a positive integer, to a positive exponent, because negative exponents don't really make sense in our head. And so what we do is we put it to we change it to the denominator. We take 1 over 3 to the third power, and now we have a positive exponent, and now this makes sense. You could either do it this way, or you could just take the reciprocal of whatever's being exponentiated. One over 3 to the third power, but they're both equal to the same thing. And if you're asked to write it without a negative exponent, you would write it like this. So let's evaluate it. 1 over 3 to the third equals 1 divided by 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And we get 1 over 27. A lot of times early on you'll be given a problem like this. 1 over be given a problem like this. Negative 4 to the fourth power. Compare negative 4 to the fourth power and negative 4 to the fourth power. To the negative fourth power. Oh, my bad. Alright, so negative 4 to the negative fourth power is different from negative 4 to the negative fourth power. This is pretty much multiplying negative 1 times 4 to the negative fourth power. Put parentheses over here, but usually it's just assumed if it's in the exponent that it's to the negative fourth power. So this is going to be a negative number no matter what. This may or may not be a negative number. So let's start with negative 4 to the negative fourth power. that's going to be 1 over negative 4 to the 4th power. And so 1 over negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Multiply these two together. Do it real quick right here. 36, 9, 0, 6, 1. Add those together. You get 256. So this equals positive 256 underneath 1. Let's evaluate this one. Go with the pink for this one. So we're just going to evaluate 4 to the negative 4. So that's going to be 1 over 4 to the 4th power. And we know that negative 4 to the 4th power is going to be 256. So positive 4, if we have all these positive numbers, it's also going to be equal to 1 over 256. But when we put in that 1 over here, negative 1 times 1 over 256, it's going to change this to a negative number. And so they're very different numbers. One is positive and one is negative. There's one more case that might be a little confusing. What happens if there's a fraction? If we do 1/3 to the negative 4th power. We're going to take the reciprocal of this, so this will be changed to 3 to the 4th power. So that will be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This is 9. This is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. That is your final answer. There's one other case that they sometimes give you. 1 over 3 to the negative 4th power, which is the exact same thing. Since it's in the bottom of it, since it's in the denominator, you're just going to move it to the top, take the reciprocal of this, and so this equals 3 to the 4th power, which we just evaluated as 81. So either of these are exactly the same number, and you'll get the same result. If you want to contact me for tutoring, I have some time slots available this semester. Reach out to me at markehanna@gmail.com. Hope you have a great day and some great math skills from this. Thank you for watching.